Have you wondered why some people are successful in fish farming whilst others fail? Others fail not because there are big secrets that those successful are having that those unsuccessful are not having. Those fail because there are little avoidable mistakes that if they overlook, it leads them to failure. In fact, if you see here, do you guess what the name of this and what the purpose is before I go details into the video? For these things, this is one of the avoidable mistakes that lead to failure. We call this predator's net. Some call it predation net. But whatever the name is, the purpose is the same. In fact, many people have their farms without having this covered on their pond. And as a result of that, they lose a lot of fish to predators. You might be wondering what predators are or what is predation. Predation in fish farming is a situation where fish eating mammals or fish eating living organisms, they could be birds, they could be snakes, whatever, they go into the pond and eat or harvest the fish that you have. This is predation. The most common one is the birds. The birds weaving around to find fish. The dangerous of this is that when they are eating your fish, if you haven't chanced the bird coming into the pond, you might not realize that your fish are being eaten. By the time you realize, the amount of fish you know are in your pond, when it is time for harvest, or it will get to a time you drain your water and your fish will be very small. And you wonder what happened to them because you have not seen them die. This could be one of the causes. So to prevent that, putting this net, predator's net, above the pond, so that when the bird comes to predate on the fish, it traps them or it drives them away. I earlier mentioned snakes and other things because it's not only birds. For instance, in earthen ponds, because it is underground, those snakes, tortoises, and those living organisms are able to go into the pond. So some of them, not necessarily them consuming the fish, but the danger of it is that they can also go into the pond and contaminate the water. And once the water is contaminated, you stand the chances of losing all your fish. And that brings us to another very important thing that I will talk about in different video, and that is the biosecurity. Because if you overlook that one too, it can lead to serious outbreak of diseases in your farm. If you want me to make video on the biosecurity, let me know. Just type biosecurity in the comment section and I'll make a video on that. So now if it is earthen pond or concrete pond, whatever pond, try to cover the surface. Even though they can predict all stages of fish, but the most common and dangerous stage that are subjected to predation is the juveniles, jumbo, fry stage. When you buy your fish juveniles or fingerlings, that is the time that they can easily be picked with the predators. So if you are not going to cover your pond entirely, but make sure that at that stage, fingerlings or juvenile stage, get it covered. It is very important. When they are grown to 3-4 months and you will now see that they are big, you are free to take it out. This is in different ways. This is one of the strongest one. We have others that are very flexible, dependent. But the bigger it is or the stronger it is, the more costly it is. But one of the reasons why I love this is that you can easily throw feet on it and it will fall into the pond, period. the feed will not be on it. If you don't have this, you can use mosquito net. But the thing of mosquito net is that you can't throw the feed on it. You have to take one side out before you were able to throw the feed, and the fish will get it. Now, when you are okay and you think that, oh, let's I should have it, you can source it locally, or you can also source it online. But as far as I know, this is very important. But many people overlook it and end up using their fish, either through predators or by water contamination by predators. But when the catfish, especially when they are big enough, they are able to fight sometimes predators. But if they are small, they can't fight them. They'll come and pick them up. But for tilapia, whatever stage, they can be predated. So make sure that you provide this. Any type of pond, and the pond is exposed like this, in an open place like this, try to provide that, and that'll be fine. So it is very good and very important to have predators net. Mustafa, it's very good to have predators net. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Abdulaziz Isa, and see you in my next video.